Water. Cool, clear water. Refreshing, sustaining, and taken for granted by most people in developed countries like Australia. Do we consider our use of water when completing habitual actions such as running the tap, taking a revitalising shower, or watering the dry, thirsty garden? The fact is that the fresh water that we have available to us here in our nation is but 1% of the 0.03% accessible to the entire world. Most of the water on Earth is salt, and most of that which is fresh is captured in polar ice or in the water table. Australia is a large continent, a desert island with red earth and a dusty, arid outback, which experiences minimal annual rainfall and extremes of heat and drought. Heavily urbanised on our coasts, where 80% of our citizens reside, there are growing demands on fresh water as cities expand and the population thrives. Australians have many set attitudes and habits concerning the use of fresh water. My inquiry investigates whether they can change their approach to domestic water use to ensure the viability of fresh water as a sustainable resource. A major discovery I have made is that Australia has one of the highest total per capita water consumption levels by international standards. Despite living in such a dry environment and enduring significant water restrictions across the last decade, Australians actually use upwards of 215 litres of water per person per day. Another interesting fact that I discovered is that we cannot just measure the water we use in our washing, showering and drinking. We also have to be aware of the virtual water we consume. That is the water in the products we buy, that necessary for the generation of products both technological and edible. For example, a kilo of cheese uses approximately 5,000 litres of water. We need to look for alternative consumables from companies that monitor their water footprint and value conservation. Why should we be concerned? As the inhabitants of this great country, we all have a responsibility to be good stewards of the natural resources that the land avails to us. It is time for us to stop taking our environment for granted and to stand up and be counted where the use of fresh water is concerned. Australians need to change their attitude about the worth of the water pouring out of the tap and to carefully monitor usage both in their own homes and in the products their households consume. We need to spread the message, by both action and word, that fresh water is globally, but especially nationally, a precious commodity. We need to institute habit-changing modifications in our domestic usage and employ simple conservation techniques to ensure that we are treating this vital resource with the respect it deserves. If we all work together, there is no reason as to why we shouldn't have plenty of fresh water available for many generations to come.